This is the final result of the Anvil Overland system. Alright guys, today we are updating our dash mount system. So this dash mount system is made by Anvil Overland, and we have used this now for almost a year. So I really like it. And we are changing this old Pro Clip phone mount that I made. We're gonna switch that to their setup, and I'll show you guys once I got it set up why I'm doing that. So this current one is made for the current generation iPhone, and it slides in there and charges, but the phone cases, it doesn't slide that well anymore, and it doesn't really align. It worked really well with the old iPhones, but this newest gen that's out now, as of 2023, I have the newest, what is it now, the 12 Pro Max, whatever. But the newest version, it doesn't really align in there right, so this thing sticks out quite a bit too. So we're going to switch it over to Anvil Overland's mounts, and I'm going to put one over there for the wife too. And then this is Anvil Overland's tablet mount, and as you can see, I added foam on there because if you don't have the foam on there and you don't have a tablet in it, it rattles like really bad. So with the foam on there, I can put it in here and still tighten it up and down the like 2 millimeters it needs to clamp down. But I really like this. It really secures the tablet, and it's really sturdy, strong. And so we're gonna replace that, mess around with that, but I gotta replace this bar, because I don't know if you can notice, but I'll see if I can spin this around. See how the bar, the red is turning white, and I don't know how good you can see that, but well, you can see the color difference right here, right? Because I had this right here, but this one all the way through Moab. My windshield is UV tinted. It's like the lightest tint you can get. So for it to do that, I called, or I emailed the owner of Anvil Overland, and he said that some of the early ones didn't have that UV protection sprayed on it correctly, so he's just replacing those free of charge if you're having that issue. So to me, that's great customer service. But yeah, let's get started. We're gonna take this one off and just kind of mock everything back up with the new mounts. This is the new bar they sent, the new phone mounts. This is for the new phone mount there. And so my sticker, ooh, a patch, nice. I'll have to put this on. All right, here's a better view. But see the color difference of how much it's faded. But this is one of the first ones. It's about a year old. All right, I got the bar off, and I'm gonna take the screen out so I can show you guys how I run the wires, because I'm sure I get asked that all the time. I basically tapped into the power supply for the USB outlet. So this is aftermarket, but there is a cigarette lighter here on every other factory Jeep, and you're just gonna tie red to red, black to black on that. You're just gonna draw power from that. There's more than enough amperage on that to support what we're doing. So I did drill a hole through here. You can drill it under here and then just run the wires through. But I used to, at one point I had one of these right here, but it's hard to hide the cords unless you have the bracket that goes over this, because you can hide the cords under the bracket. So to make all the cords nice and neat, just run the cords down and have the cords sit behind here. So we're gonna pop this off first. Hold on. So this just pulls off, and you have two 2 bolts under here. Drop them in the cup holder. And then this is going to pop off. There we go. And then the screen. I'm just going to kind of pull this out. And as you can see right here, my advice is to wrap this in foam because I did have a problem with this vibrating. So, as you can see, I have an outlet here. It's 1 USB and I believe it's all USB-C on this one. So, I have one for my Garmin InReach satellite device, and then I have one for my phone, and then I got one for the tablet. Now my wife, I'm putting a phone mount up there for my wife, but she normally wants a long cord. She hardly rides with me anyway, so we're just gonna do one long cord for her that we can plug in down here or there. I keep the cord down in there, so phones nowadays last a long time, so she can just bum off of that. And let's see here, we're gonna pull this out and get it ready. So real quick, if you have one, now ideally you want to use USB-C, but if you have a regular USB, Amazon does sell these little converters, the Lightning, newest iPad to that. So these will help out. I need to see if I could find a long enough cord to put in there, because I do have, yeah, I believe the rest of these are USB-C. I bought this one on Amazon. I'll put the links in the description below. Turn it on and off right here, and then it's just basically black and red. So I have this wired up to be hot at all times. I don't know if I grabbed from this outlet or not for this. I might have grabbed that power wire from the junction down there for the switches. So if that's the case, because it's up to you. Some people want this off when you turn your Jeep off. Some people like to leave it on so you can still charge your devices while your car is parked. I like it on all the time. So yeah, we're gonna wrap this in foam, and I gotta find a cable to run out. The wires come down here, and a good place to tuck this out of the way is back in here. That way it's not in the way of this, but let's wrap that with foam. All right, we got it felted up and secure back up in there on the side, and we're gonna put the radio screen back in. All right, screen's in. The cover back on. There's clips. So you push all 4 corners. And then don't forget your 2 bottom screws, which are the smaller ones. All right, and the final part is to put in the climate control module. Now down here, this goes above it. So you have to put this in first, and then you snap this in second, because it does kind of overlap onto it. Just like that. Jeep parts. All right, so now zip ties are your friend. We have all 3 wires up here. Verify, make sure you got power at all of them. Sometimes you can hit the power button by accident when you're snaking it all up in there. But let's check the power, and then we're gonna mount the bar back up, the new bar. All right, we got the bar on, and just so everyone knows, this is a 4mm Allen head. So that's mounted. Now we're gonna mount our center support, which I put a foam pad on the bottom. You don't have to. I don't think it, so that's after a year. There's no mark on there at all. Let me focus out. So I think there's a little rubber pad under there, like a little thick rubber pad, but we're gonna mount this right in the middle. There you go. You basically want to center it with the radio, and then you want to make sure it's 90 degrees so it's actually holding the bar up for all your mounting accessories. All right, now we're gonna mount our Garmin InReach Mini. All right, so far my current revision has this Garmin InReach, which I have at a RAM mount, which does work with the Anvil Overland mount. So you have to, no matter what you do, you have to get the Anvil Overland mounts, these things, and then the balls are kind of universal. The RAM ones work too. So I have the RAM one mounted to the back of a Garmin InReach Mini mount, which this just slides in and out. Push that, and then it slides out, and then it'll just click in. And then this one is technically the radio mount. I have it turned around. Ozark Overland, Matt did this, and so you can kind of judge where I have it mounted, and this is what works best for me and my Jeep. So I kind of have it a little bit past that indentation mark there, and then I have it angled kind of down. The reason for that is you can grab the walkie-talkie on the fly, and then while driving you're not going to hit your hand on it. I could flex all the way around like this and not hit my hand. I still have room. And then you want your hand to be able to grab this without grabbing the antenna, so when you get in and out of the Jeep you still got your grip, and it's still grip here. So best scenario for that, even though it does kind of angle up that way, but it works. Now we're going to play around with the phone mount, and this is why this is the best product in the market, because you can mount it very flush and down. So this is the best way I found it. When you're driving, you can actually grab this and unlock it, drop your phone real quick, and then it's mounted down low, so when you put your phone in, you kind of adjust the height of up and down. So if you want it down more so you can see more, or if you want it up more so you can see, you know, a map or Gaia better, I think this is the best way. And then I have a zip tie here and a zip tie here, and then the cord runs in the back. So that's going to work really well. And then you just leave this hanging here, and then you just plug it up into your phone. And the 90-degree one really helps because it's kind of hidden more on this side. So when your phone's in there, you don't really see it. And then when your phone's not in there, it's still kind of out of the way. And so we're gonna mount her phone up, and then we'll go home, get the tablet, and kind of play with that. So I think this is the way to go. We'll get all our lengths right, and then we'll zip tie all the cords together, push them down in there. So let's see how it looks now. All right, we'll get a better video tomorrow in the morning, but this is the final setup. The wife's, my tablet, my InReach, my phone. This is the final result of the Anvil Overland system. That's for my wife right there. She doesn't have a phone charger for that. She always plugs in, so she can plug in right here or right here. My tablet that I use for Gaia GPS and Onyx, I use all this for just my navigation. So while I'm driving, I'll use Waze or Google, and I have all the maps on there, even though this has GPS, but sometimes I'll use that. I typically just use this for navigation, maps, etc. Just because it's separate. I like having it using separate systems. It's easier to maintain. So anyway, all three power outlets. I have a phone charger here, 90 degrees on all of them. 90 degrees there, 90 degrees there, 90 degrees there. And all three of them are on at all times, so I can still charge my phone and a tablet while the car is shut down or parked for camp for the night. This is my Garmin InReach, and this actually Bluetooths to the tablet, so I can send out text messages via satellite to anyone. And that's what's really nice about that. And then my phone, charge my phone at all times, and all I gotta do is just clamp it like that. So I like it like this because it's down flush more. It doesn't interfere with my hands, and then I kind of use the steering wheel as a leverage for that to work. Same with over here. Matt at Overland, I basically copied him on that because it's such a great idea. Need to go spot someone, you got your walkie-talkie. Easy up, easy off. I have it spaced just right, so I still grab handle, no interference with the steering wheel. Same with the phone. And I believe I've had them all. I've had the bulletproof mounting solutions. I did the RAM mount bracket up here, and I did the other mount that mounted to the vents, which was really good too. If I didn't need the tablet and all that, I would just have the one that mounted right here on the vent for just my phone. But this is the best one so far, Anvil Overland. You can get different colors in between this, and this. All three can be different colors. Go to the website. I'm not sponsored by them. They didn't send me anything. I did have the issue with the bar. He just sent me a free one and another one for free. And we'll see how long this one lasts. So that one lasted about a year before it started fading, because I guess it'll be a year in, I believe I got it in June, because I put it on right before our Moab trip. Anyway, this still is by far the best system, I believe, for what I do. And I always say it like that because everyone uses their Jeeps differently. And that's it. Good product. Please like and subscribe. I got many other videos of all the other modifications we've done on here, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, we switched over the puddle lights from the white ones, the eBay specials. So this is the KC Cyclone version 2. Noticeably less light output, but I don't know, more ambiance, camp lighting, I should say. I don't know, what you guys think?